Hello and welcome to RoboCop Rogue City demo. This is a game that I saw some trailer a while ago and looks slow. Maybe it's because we were open world, kinda what I get from it. Not really my type of game, but yesterday evening here, nighttime, it just happened to drop this demo. I just stumbled up on it through browsing, the internet and oh, why not? It doesn't hurt to try something. Try a demo, just whatever. Maybe some of you don't know this is release, so why not release it? Right off the gate here, I can see that it just in the menu, it is just using your GPU almost like flat out. I'm limiting to 60 frames for your viewing pleasures because I can't reach a stable 120 FPS in this game in 1440p. So I was thinking, well, for this video, let's showcase it in high fidelity 60 FPS, right? Yeah, unfortunately, but yes, I don't know why they have this demanding menu. It's what? Shouldn't be this demanding just in the menu. So I'm running an RTX 3070 and the Ryzen 5600X and the DDR4 3600 32 gig and VRAM and system memory, and my CPU has no problem here in this menu here. No, VRAM is fine, but my GPU is almost maxed out in 1440p with DLSS quality mode on. It's just insane. But let's quickly just go the menus here. So video, you have support for ultra widescreen, super ultra widescreen, but it will vertically crop, so it sucks ass. I don't want to use that. You have a field of view. I'm trying to max it out, but maybe, you know what, maybe that will be less demanding. So this is what I've used. They recommend 80. That seems like crazy. 90 probably good. Frame generation with Nvidia DLSS 3. Would be nice if the final game could be updated to support AMD's frame generation there. Do they call it? I don't remember their name. FSR 3.0 with frame generation or frame duplication, what they call it, but support AMD FSR 2.2, Intel XeSS also. So very nice with upscaling, and it also supports TAA and TSR upscaling to your resolution. All good. You can't upscale. Well, I guess you technically can use an Nvidia DLAA, which I don't think. All right, you need to change it. I think that will be crazy intensive. Yeah. Ooh. Right. Some simple settings would be nice. A bit more. Chromatic aberration and motion blur on off for that. That's nice. Depth of field cannot be turned off. You can only limit to 30, 60, or unlimited. I don't know why they don't have like 90, 100, 120, 144, something more, 160, or some custom input here. You can set this to epic, but I'm going with high settings. Textures seems to be running fine in DLSS quality with 1440 and epic textures, using around 7 to 7.5 gigs of VRAM, or MSI is telling that. But since I'm gonna record with OBS, that takes up a little bit more of VRAM. I went with high textures. I can't really tell the difference here, so it's just a decent menu here. Decent menu here. Subtitles cannot be tuned anything. If you have problem with green, you are shit out of luck, because subtitles are forced green. would like the more options for the subtitles, size, color, background or something. Pretty good though here that you can turn on and off a lot of things here. Really nice. Camera shake reduction, I turned it down. I don't like a lot of camera shaking. It would be nice if they had some kind of flickering reduction and stuff like that also. Controls, mouse sensitivity, you cannot change any like mouse movement or anything on or off. Just a basic slider here. Keyboard mapping, pretty good, nothing too crazy here. U is hard coded to quick swap weapon. I don't know why that is not rebindable or key or something. So I don't know how many more of like hidden things are forced rebind. But yeah, Q is quick swap weapon, and it seems like you can only hold 2 weapons, your main gun and an weapon that you can pick up. But yeah, really weird. It's not in any of the key rebinding here, and it just makes no sense. But let's get into the game here. A new main campaign. Play this. Yes. Going with normal. It is quite interesting coming from Iron Fury Aftershock to this. The normal difficulty Iron Fury are much more cool than the normal in this one. Also, the audio will pause if you not have the game in focus, but the game will not pause. And a weird combination.
Good evening. I'm PC Wong. A military submarine that went missing over 3 years ago has suddenly reappeared in the Baltic Sea. Confused seamen mistakenly opened fire on the last Lapland
I cannot
reservation,
even hit 60 frames in this cutscene here.
Thankfully, our homesick sailors are back on U.S.
This is a demanding game on your GPU.
In local news,
and to be quite honest, I don't see what the graphic here doing to push that kind of fidelity.
OCP, Omni Consumer Products, that's funding and running
also, the animation of the mouth and the voices, it doesn't seem to connect. They seem uncanny valley off.
An OCP holds the scalpel.
According to our sources, the attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains unknown.
But I think this is a red thing to point out already now.
Seems to have his eye
the graphic is nice, right? But it doesn't match the demand. This doesn't look like it should be maxing out 1440p, DLSS quality mode, the RTX 3070, like not even be able to hit 60 frames per second. It's insane. This does not look that good.
Television sets. Your regularly scheduled program will be back shortly. Now,
yeah, all the animations pretty much like, not that they're bad, but they have super uncanny valley stiffness to them, and the voices do not sync with like the mouth.
You may have heard of us as the #1
supplier
of nuke in old Detroit.
It's weird, really weird. I think like even like Half-Life 2, I felt like the animations and the voice synchronization was better than this. This seems really off-putting to me. And this is a thread through all of the like voice dialogue. It never matches up to like the mouths, the speaking here animation.
Get officer.
Very uncanny valley to like most of the animations also. Very stiff animation. There are scenes where like the characters are frozen and just their mouth moving, and it looks super weird. And,
a lifetime supply of nuke. Oh man, you're gonna have the time of your life.
You don't really super care for like this, so.
Enjoy.
And you have the subtitles, so I'm gonna point out a few things here during this, because I'm trying to not focus because it feels so weird, the animation here, everything. I'd rather not focus too much on it.
Good old-fashioned murder.
I don't know if we can skip this, but
you've got the money.
I wanted to show
the power.
So the animation here and the and the performance. why is it so taxing on your GPU here? Because CPU seems okay-ish, right? I have 6 core, 12 threads here, you know, fine, but the GPU at 99%, meaning it's maxing my... But most likely GPU is a bottleneck here. So RTX 3070, 1440p, DLSS quality. It is high settings, sure, but it is barely hitting 60 frames limited here.
Good to see you, Murphy.
In those cutscenes.
Lieutenant's at the
Right,
main
here we have
entrance to the TV station.
Like, I don't have any problem really with the graphic. I would maybe if there's some toning down here, bloom or effects, everything, but it looks really, I like it. Like this graphic fidelity, it looks nice. It just seems so demanding. I don't know what it is, why it is so demanding. Yeah, so I wasn't, you know, when I started this, I was like, probably not gonna like this, but why not showcase it a little bit and maybe make some of you aware of this game? Full disclosure, all the negativity aside, the action I actually loved in this game, which surprised me. Really nice here, reflections. I wonder if it is, I think someone mentioned Unreal Engine 5 and that it's using like lumen and like ray traced effects. Because this is a really nice reflection here. That was one of the first things that like hit me. It looks really nice. Like graphically it is nice. It feels a bit too demanding for what you get, but it is nice. So locking here at 60 frames. Might be some screen tearing, but you know what? See if we can get rid of that also. I would much rather run this at around 85 to 95, right? Around 90 FPS is like where things start to feel smooth for me. Sharp textures. Decent here. Effect there.
Hey, handsome, we're here for the show. Go
Yeah.
get 'em, Robo.
So the big thing here also is I have played this before. And it has a lot of shader compilation, most likely shader compilation stutters. It is not this smooth the first time you play this. The reflection. It still also have some weird hiccup here and there. But the game really needs to pre-compile shaders. Now I don't want to scream shader compilation just too quickly because I've seen people mention shader compilation stutter in Ghost Runner and 2. And I don't think that's the case. I think that's streaming problem or VRAM leak or something else, because shader stutters is gonna happen pretty much mostly the first time you play this, right? So this is the second time I'm playing this area and it is smooth. Yeah, some minor weird stuff, but it's not really shader compilation. This was really not this smooth, but the second time it is really smooth, meaning most likely this is shader pre-compilation, you know, stutter that they compile shaders on the fly. In Ghost Runner, the first time I played it, it was smooth. I played it slower, looked around like this. And the second time I just went in and I just zoomed and it was really struggling. I don't think that it might be 100% shader stutter compilation Ghost Runner 2 demo, but it's for sure seems like to be that in this game. Yeah, graphically it's fine, but again, it is 1440p with DLSS in the quality mode and everything.
You should know by now when it comes to evidence.
And it just seems to be too demanding. But it is a slower pace, so you can it kind of work with 60 frames.
If it keeps on like
But I
this,
would
we're gonna
definitely
run short
prefer
body
the
bags.
90 FPS or above. And I can't even hit like consistent 90. It's going to like 75 to like 90 is the baseline I can get on the medium settings with DLSS in
I'm
balanced
gonna give you
mode.
10 milligrams of diazepam to make you comfortable.
But let's maybe showcase that for you, like how demanding this game can be. Obviously, I'm recording, and that's gonna take like 5 to 10 FPS away, like 5 to 10%. Let's showcase the difference here. Balanced. I'm gonna keep this on far for fun's sake. Medium, medium. Keep those on high. Probably could take those on epic. Let's try that. Medium. Let's see what we can get here. It still looks interesting, but it feels like there's a huge reduction. Oh my god, yeah, the reflection here. Holy crap, that looks weird. Oh no. Others look like... There's some really not good looking effect here. Some of the settings here are really bad. Okay. Oof. Effects. Let's try effects one at a time. It's not effects. So it's not the effects. It's the shadows. Not the shadows. It looks so bad. There, it was such a huge difference. It's post-processing. It is not post-processing. Is it DLSS? It's not DLSS. I don't know if you see it, but it looks super weird. It's not textures. For some reason it just stopped looking as good as previous. Okay. Would like to see something. I guess we're gonna be stuck with these settings. I wonder what setting it is that is like the reflection quality of the water. I would need like a good puddle to try that one out. I think the puddle reflection is the one most demanding. Or maybe the most noticeable. Well, you know what, let's power on. We tried a little bit, but yeah. I think the high settings is... the textures are now on epic, right? And I'm recording. Still fine. DLSS in quality mode. So you can go... This is everything maxed out. Seems to be... No. Not hitting the target here. Do that. Okay, imbalance. I don't know what you prefer, if you think the DLSS in quality mode is better or not. Hard to tell. There is some kind of softness to it. Let's try if we add a little bit of sharpening. Maybe this will make it a little bit better. A little cringing, maybe. I don't know. Right. But let's power on here. We played around with the graphic, but it seems to be too demanding for what you get quality-wise. But it's not bad looking per se. It's just, I don't know, hard to optimize everything. That's a nice... Look nice. We are getting into the action. You are moving quite slow, but you are RoboCop, so that's fine.
We can't wait any longer. Those trigger-happy maniacs have a ton of hostages. But sir... Roger that. Over and out.
What is the situation?
Goddamn OCP tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives. That's our situation.
Looks like I'm on my way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is gonna clean up this place?
I wonder if it is
I'm
the
not
depth
letting you
of
off that easy.
field that
You
is
sound just
really
like
making
my
this
wife.
very
If
fussy
that's
looking
the
to
case,
me,
let's
and
get you patched up.
something that I do not really
We wouldn't want
enjoy.
to get on our bad side.
I
Press
really
here.
should try to look up if you can
Medic!
disable that somehow. Really would think that would be nice.
There
Get
you are,
rid of
partner.
that.
Lewis,
I like the
hell
RoboCop
is going
voice,
on up
really
there?
good. Is that the main actor? It might have been, right? Because that's like the good voice actors, at least.
Sorry, dude.
Otherwise-
The police want us to release the hostages. So no hard feelings.
So this game also does not support any type of
you can't go
HDR,
in
which,
yet. We need to
come
wait for the
on,
reinforcements.
2023,
Reinforcements have arrived.
please
I knew you'd say something like that.
give us some HDR. This could also be very nice looking. Lots of neon signs and
we
stuff
need
like
to
that.
find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you can take the heat. Go. I'll figure something out. Besides, you could do with a head start. Go on.
Our voice acting is also fine. I think the two, they are like the main characters here, are fine. Sort of nice here. Again, interesting settings. I think it's the depth of field that adds a ton of blurriness that I don't like.
Just look at him. He looks kind of familiar.
But the slow movement speed fits with, you know, the character.
Guys, we've got company. Anyone expecting a silver freak?
But I really don't like their voice to facial animations. It
Drop
does
it,
not
scum.
sync up.
Oh shit! It's right.
So your aiming is really good. It does feel like it might be some kind of very minor smoothing. I don't know. Maybe not. But it feels really good. Yeah, probably no mouse smoothing. This feels solid. Really solid. Let me see audio. Music is really nice, classy, you know, RoboCop music. Unlimited ammo on this gun. Like the sound of this gun. Yeah, this would be really nice with some nice HDR. Okay, I can hit 60 frames so far with the balance. What would it be balanced? Everything on epic. VRAM is fine. You do take, which seems a little bit interesting, quite a lot of damage. Quite a lot of damage from just normal guns, which feels a little bit interesting. But that's gonna be obvious later on, I feel. 70. 80 maybe? So here you can quick swap, you have two weapons. Can I change firing mode? Text is changed, I don't think so. But yeah, the shooting feels very solid. Obviously it's like you don't dodge bullets that much. It's more like you're going to take a lot of bullets, react quickly, scan enemies. So you have to like be fine with that. I'm actually really fine with that. And you're supposed to collect some intel here as you gonna get points. You can be able to upgrade. Yeah, graphically, you know, it is fine, but again, I don't think the performance is really justified in the program. I'm actually almost interested into do like my Steam controller up, because this was really nice. A bit high. especially the music. Yeah. See, where are we supposed to go? Let's continue on a little bit. But yeah, if you can see in my bottom left, that's my HP. You do take quite a lot of damage, actually. Which is a bit interesting, right? As a RoboCop pretty much in the movie doesn't take any damage from from like, you know, normal bullets. But you can press H to heal. It still feels a bit like the audio is like very high dynamic range, which of course makes it a bit annoying here. Trying to get the right volume balance in between my voice and the not having too low background audio. Oh, can you stop tossing grenades? But yeah, movement is slow. You have a sprint, which makes you move a little bit faster, but it's pretty much going to be like, I think was mentioned by somewhere, like a shooting gallery, and yeah, that makes sense. You're gonna go in, you're gonna scan, and then try to quickly take enemies out. You know that people mentioned that they didn't like that you have to hold to pick up, and I agree. I'm not a hold to pick up guy either. Like the destruction here. Looks nice. Like everything is actually really nice about this shooting here. Oh, I'm really surprised how much I really enjoy this. And again, I don't have any problem with the graphics more than it feels a little bit like I'm not sure that I think that like the high GPU uses really is that justified, but other than that, you know, audio and everything is fine, you know, graphically. It's just the animations I'm really not getting along with. The mouth especially. This is a fine animation, but you're gonna see later on, there's gonna be some really bad animation.
Lewis, you're here.
We need to get these elevators back online. The service box
And
is in
obviously the
basement.
first time you play this, stuttering is so bad. Which is
I doubt you had time between all the heroics,
is
but I got
weird.
Pete
Why
from
would the
Canada.
developers not notice
do some real
that and
statements
fix
from time to time.
pre-compiling something before releasing the demo? That would have been a ton of difference. So right now the VRAM is at 6.3 gig while recording here. DLSS in quality balance mode in 1440p. There's no problem with the 8 gig VRAM GPU card here, hitting 60 frames per second target. But again, I feel that this graphic I should reach 120 in 1440p with the DLSS in quality, maybe balance mode, but we just be able to get like 60. Seems a little bit crazy, but hey, it is still pretty decent, nice looking game anyway.
That
So, but
graffiti is fresh.
I bet some of those idiots are still here.
very detailed environment. So if you pick up that was a healing thing I picked up. You can see in my bottom left I have 3 healings. Even if you take damage, you know, you can heal your damage and stuff. So yeah, I think when you see there is an upgrade, I think it's gonna be more clear than about. But let me close down. I can't do that. Let me close down MSI Afterburner. We're gonna hopefully hit just around 60 frames now. Get it out of the way.
Oh, my hands are shaking.
This is nice. You get like a slow-mo when you breach. Have a short years of time to take out. Like, the action here, I'm surprised. I'm just loving it. I really am just loving it. It's just nice with the different pacing. I don't have any problem with the movement speed. And with like doing this like scanning thing, this spot enemies and then kinda stay still and shoot. Would have liked auto pick up on the ammo there. I'm not sure. I don't think there is auto pick up. Really nice for like just for ammo types. You have a night vision also. You have a map. Right, so map. In zoom out, move it. You can see your objectives here. And again, a night vision here. I haven't really used that. 2 weapon swapping. This feels a little bit weaker sounding, but it's fine. It's nothing too crazy or anything. Right. You scan things by holding your right mouse button here. Or Intel. And I like it that they didn't make him like wobble back and forth when you walk to make it feel like, you know, heavy. That it is just a smooth moving. Even if you move slow, it's fine. You have a toggle to like sprint or hold for sprint, so. So yeah. Combat really works well. Shooting has a satisfactory thing. You get this kind of whoosh sound, so you know when the enemies, you know, are taken out. It's a good feedback for when the enemies, you know, have been taken care of. And I think it fits well with, you know, a bit of a clunky movement here and not about quickly dodging. But more about just scanning and taking out enemies. So I'm really impressed here with how good they made the shooting feel. I really was not expecting that. Now the game are going to be like objection based and with primary and secondary objects and stuff like that and more open. That might not be 100% what I might be into. But just the pure action that they are showing off in this demo is really solid. The biggest problem is definitely the shader compilation stutters. If they had a pre-compiled shaders, so it would have ran this smooth the first time, it would have been a much better impression. And I hope they can tweak the synchronization of the audio and like the voices and the face animations, or just animation, also some of the stiff animations in general. And maybe tweak some of performance stuff graphically, but you know, it has a really solid, you know, base game here to it. Something I was not expecting, you know. But that's why it's good to just try sometimes games that you are not like thinking you should be liking. That looks weird. Looks like she just zoomed like crazy there. He is fast. Okay, no destruction of that pillar. That's a shame. Yeah, I highly recommend you trying this one out so far. Really nice. Again, maybe not an option for hold or to just click to do that one.
I am detecting a short circuit. We need to isolate the cables.
I think I've got something just for that.
You are very resourceful.
Thanks, but I'd say it was a team effort.
I wonder if we're gonna see
They're
some
holding
graphical
everyone in the studio.
problems here that I had. Or not. In this cutscene, I believe it was.
Huh?
Not so far.
So, our friends in blue finally decided to join our glamorous show. I'm afraid you're too late for my autograph.
Chopper's ready.
I've got to go, but the party goes on. Guys, make sure you provide all our guests with a decent amount of amusement.
I just get this
don't skip
uncanny
on the new-
disconnection from the voice and the animation there. The face.
What a freaking psycho. We need to be quick before they kill anyone else.
Definitely think they nailed RoboCop's,
I know that.
you know,
You saw
model
something.
here. Looks really badass.
We are here to enforce the law, Lewis.
And, you know,
Stay
Lewis there, you
Right.
know, the
Just keep in mind that
character.
I'm here
She's
if you need
also
me.
really looks really well like, you know, the characters in the movie. Interesting work done.
slime bags detected.
Just look at that, boys. The police dog and its bitch.
Not sure which one is which.
You're gonna take that back.
The animation there looks so bad. So stiff. Fortunately, not fluid.
Scumbag!
Yeah, I cannot emphasize this enough. I just try this one out. Just the action shooting actually feels really fun. It's a nice thing that you have unlimited ammo with, you know, this gun here. I was a little bit nervous first about taking so much damage, but it had been good of, you know, HP, so you still don't mind taking damage. And again, we're gonna see in the upgrade tree that we should discover coming up that you can make yourself more like of a bullet sponge, which would be less of a thing.
Come get some!
Like that could be destroyed. More of destruction. Really nice.
And another one!
Nice looking particle effects. So you can do this, grab. Plus you do have a melee, but I really feel that the melee isn't. I wonder how that's gonna come into play. This is a weird graphical looking thing. I wonder if that is DLSS or not, because I don't think it is DLSS. I think it's something else. Maybe we will see it more later on, but I had something like this on the white here on the table, right? And I switched through all of the FSR, XESS, TSR, TAA, and they all had more or less visible of this like weird shimmering effects. So I think there is not like the DLSS fault, but it is actually is some with the game engine. And the shooting is
Nice and
so fun. Taking a bit too much damage here. Let's heal up a little bit more here. But again, I think it's gonna be fine since I've seen the upgrades that you can do that can make it. It's gonna let you take more bullets without getting it like so destroyed HP wise. She's helping me, that's good. Can get an assault rifle if you want to have that. Yeah, again, I have to state, I was not expecting to in any way like this. The combat, I really enjoy this one. Even though it is slow and is kind of like a shooting gallery thing. Some people mentioned the enemies being feeling like a bit of a bullet sponges. I can see that, but I don't think it's a problem really so far. That some have like more armor, added armor. Haven't really felt that it's been a big of a problem or anything. You're gonna get like upgrade points for this, like extra stuff like this, the doing primary, secondary objective.
almost there.
Watch out! He's coming! It's your fault they'll die!
Right, this is also fun. You get like a slow-mo time from time to time here. And I don't mind it. I think everything here, everything about the combat is coming. It's fun. Especially on the second run when there's no stuttering, when you first fire your gun, when there's first explosion, when you're first entering new areas and stuff like that.
Thank God you've come. This lady really needs to see a doctor.
Murphy, these people need help. Why don't you go ahead? I'll stay with them.
Right.
This is Lewis. We have rescued 3 hostages, one with a gunshot wound to the abdomen.
And again, it
urgent
is
medical
fine since
assistance.
the
Over.
movement is a bit slower. It's fine with 60 frames. But I really would have liked to be able to push constant like 90 at least. But then I need to run like balance mode, medium settings, and it looks weird. I think I prefer this with this higher graphic fidelity and lock to 60 frames. Interesting. Didn't look like my VRR monitor was kicking in this section, which is interesting. Maybe since I'm running a VSync 60 locked frames, it doesn't show it. It's up. It's doubling it to 120 or something. What happens if I turn off VSync? No, still 120. Probably. Let's keep VSync on here for the demo's sake and everything. Let's try this with 100. And let's try this back. What time to turn this one on quickly. Sorry. Interesting as to see what kind of performance I get with everything like maxed out. Everything but maxed out, but using DLSS in quality, because I don't have any problem with DLSS in quality modes. Right, I'm still getting a locked 60 here. Everything is just maxed out. We might play till I get till like, I think we get to see like the city a little bit of it. Play till we get to that place. And to see kind of like what the performance might be. Holy crap, that's hit me straight on. So this is more of a slower, you know, scan tactical, but it's fun. And this gun has auto fire, which I love, so you don't have to like mash or anything. You can just hold down the tree and it will fire. I know someone mentioned a like, can we not have a crouch? I don't think that's necessary. With the style and everything they're going for, it's fine like this. In my personal humble opinion. Bit of a stutter on there. So the first time like you play this and there are like explosion that like that, it's going to be a lot of stuttering. So because I play this, it is smooth. This is the experience that you should get, right? Which again, it's unfortunate that you didn't have pre-compiling of the shaders. Because having small hiccups every time when you just walk around is not what you want to have. You want to have the action to be this like non-stuttery, you know, smooth. Even if it's only 60, it's a smooth 60. It is still a little bit of a fuzzy feeling to it. Maybe I think it could be the depth of field. It would be nice to see if that could be removed. I'm keeping just no, I don't have to close this, but I'm probably gonna turn on MSI Afterburner if we get to the outside area, right? So that I can see how the performance is going to be there, because I think the draw distance might come into play in that area. Some pop-in effect there. There was some visual weirdness here and there, unfortunately. Yeah, I like that squish. Headshot. Alright, ragdoll effect there. I like that it highlights like that. It's nice that you can use things to throw. That's fine. I just don't feel like the melee. I don't think it's necessary. Probably they could have left that one out. Might just be me, but I don't really feel that's gonna be something that I want to utilize that much. Retreat! Swapping of the weapons feel nice and fluid. I like the audio, you know, in this game so far. Is there anything here? There is. So we wanna get that. It's very linear so far, but that's fine with me. Big question is gonna be how it feels for me when we get to like the open world and more of like freedom to just do objectives and choose objectives and other stuff like that. This part is just really badass. Like a game like this I really enjoy. But I'm not the biggest person when it comes to too much of openness, open worldness feeling, so that's why I'm hoping to get to the city area so I can try that. Here is a bit of stuttering. Could be still some shaders that haven't been done, or it could just be some loading stutters. I'm running this off an NVMe drive that could push, you know, like a couple of gigabytes per second, so should be pretty decent. There's no direct storage that I believe in this game, which is a shame maybe. It does capture a lot of like the main things of the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, like at least the first one or maybe even the remake, it'd be a good thing just for fun. I like this effect here, it looks very nice with the kind of CRT filter scan lines.
Of course you do. No more discussion. Darn. What about Dad? Is he gonna be back for dinner?
Don't let me hold, I just want to click to do actions.
Alex?
Oof.
What do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern.
What? Wanted to see if I could see my own reflection in it.
James really looks up to you. He said in school that he wants to
Am
be a
I
police
being
officer,
reflected?
just
I
like
can't
his
see
dad.
myself in that one. Can I see myself here? No? Ah, interesting.
Moves, cop! I'm not dying here! Get me another one of those choppers, like the one that took Soot! You hear me?
You work so hard, honey. Why don't you take some leave? We all could use a little break from this reality, don't you think?
Wakey wakey! I'm talking to you, Shiny! Stand back from that door, or I'll shoot her! I swear to nuke!
I don't know what I would do if I ever lost you.
You got 3 seconds! 3!
Our family is the only thing I need to be happy.
2! Are you fucking deaf?
Promise me this forever.
One! Last chance, weirdo!
I love you so much, Alice. You okay there, Murphy? What does it want? Get it away from me!
I am sorry.
Can't you see? It's unstable!
Seems like the
Please,
cutscene
calm
isn't
down.
running at
It's
60
been a very
frames.
tough evening, and I assure you
Again,
that
might
everyone wants to be back
Too
home with
much
their
of a
families.
problem. There was a bit of a DLSS ghosting there on RoboCop moving here in the cutscene also. For those that are nitpicking and stuff, it's not anything bothering me. I really enjoy DLSS. Even though there are some minor things here and there. Haven't really been a problem. But DLSS, you know, definitely in balance mode also now. So not always like a perfect. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's some stuff that I don't really notice. Sometimes I notice some minor things, like that one I saw. Yeah, it looks like it is really struggling for 60 frames here. This is not smooth. Let me turn on MSI Afterburner.
Cash? No problem. Do you take singles?
Get back in line.
They're here.
Yeah, 40 frames. Holy crap, why is this so demanding?
I think you're forgetting someone.
Officer Lewis, you were remarkable.
Soot ran off with his tail between his legs.
Would have been nice if we caught him, though.
And here the animations
All right. Are you done with this
being
circle
just so
jerks, huh?
stiff and uncanny valley feeling.
Got a
Ooh.
problem.
It worked for RoboCop, you know, he's supposed to be stiff and like that, but for the main characters there, or the NPCs around, no. 50 frames in this
Now
cutscene.
quiet.
Why? Why is this so demanding? You gotta apply some kinds of effects, extra effects that I cannot like control in this cutscene. Maybe some extra heavy depth of field, something here.
This was just an isolated glitch. Thank you.
Mr. Becker, I've got more questions.
I just want to snap her little neck. But she's got a point.
Oh.
This was not an
Oh.
isolated incident. It's a pattern.
It's not my VRAM. I have VRAM 3 here, so
And
it's much GPU just pinned to 99% in this area. This cutscene.
We know what's in Murphy's head.
37
It's what's in
FPS.
yours
What
that
the
worries us.
hell?
Push me, and you might just find out. You, follow me.
I wish they could have had better animations. Synchronization of the voices and overall. And now it's back up to 60 frames. Just barely.
On it, Sarge.
I'm gonna have to drop... I wanna try some settings here. So let's turn down view distance from epic to far. Right. Doesn't really make a difference in this area. So let's turn down from epic, right? Let's keep the textures. That made a big difference, all right. But I don't know if you can see it, but there is something like on the wall here, some shimmering and weird flickering going on. And on the lamps, like some weird white low flickering. And on this one, it's like wave effect of light. And very distracting and ugly looking. And this is all of these effects here like that. And some weird shimmering, flickering weirdness going on. And on the walls and here and there. It's very in your face, very obvious, and it is present on FSR, XESS, DLSS, EAAA, TSR in every single thing, and this looks so bad to me. And it cannot be by choice, right? But here you have more of, you're gonna get more of open thing. Yeah, I need to not run epic settings because in this area I could just barely hit 60 frames. It is just, it is crazy demanding.
Will this be fixed? Don't hold your breath. OCP isn't looking to spend a dime on our equipment.
What seems
This is a sub thing that you can do.
My damn locker won't open. Can you try?
And you get different choices if you want to do it or not. You have to hold, right?
Wait, what is all this shit doing in my locker?
They wanted you to be safe out there.
Yeah,
That's
you guys
bullying.
are fine.
That's not very fucking nice, man. Grow up, dudes.
There's my favorite walking, talking law enforcement machine.
Okay, let's get on.
Yeah, I'm super positive, like, just from the pure action gameplay. I would really think that I would just really dislike this not being my type of game, but it's really good, man. You can iron out the things that I mentioned. Yes, really solid.
Trust me.
Don't mind me. I'll just get this
Some
off.
graphical character, could be DLSS or something else.
So here's the deal, Robo. The old man is not happy with your performance.
Wow, now I can't hit 60 frames. The cutscenes are super heavy for some reason.
He wants to
Makes no sense. This graphical fidelity, I feel I should be able to hit DLSS balance 1440p 120 frames per second on high settings.
Lady, he's a machine. He's legally dead. We can do whatever we want with him.
No, madam. It does not hurt me physically.
So we're going to equip you with a little monitoring chip.
So uncanny.
Real-time check of your systems so we
Something
can
is so off-putting with voice and
now on, your performance
animations there.
and graded. So better be on your best behavior, huh?
The chip is in.
RoboCop model is awesome. Like, spot on everything about that. And here we get the upgrades, right? So that's a big fun. We're gonna get, I think this is part. So, 10,000 XP for the primary. 500 for get a little bit of an extra. Please work. Oh, did I miss to save all studio hosts there? Some get killed. All right, that sucks. A rating, but not the best rating. But we got some points. Right, and here we get our skill tree. This is fun, right? So you can upgrade if you want, you know, higher damage and stuff like that. And again, you can make your armor be less of like more of a bullet sponge, which might feel more of the traditional movie kind of RoboCop, where bullets just bounce off unless they are really powerful. So, you know, be really nice, like even deflecting small caliber rounds, right? That is really, when you get that, gonna be very close to the movie feel. Mouse is even lagging here. Why am I only getting 48 FPS in this menu? This is more demanding than just the main game play. This menu just hammering my graphic card. 48 FPS. Right. You can read this yourself. Pause and read if you want to know. I know what I want to get. I'm not gonna read out everything, but yeah, just pause if you want to read it more closely. They do.
Well, I can already see some unwanted activity in your hippocampus. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Other than that, everything seems to be installed correctly. To be sure, let's make a simple test to check that all circuits are in order. What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
Okay, nothing disturbed. However, like with any new upgrade, I recommend visiting the range to check if you need calibration.
Is that everything?
Struggling to
Actually,
hit
no.
60 frames in the cutscene here.
Oh, yes, sorry. My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
Emotional trauma? Might as well talk to the microwave. It hasn't been working properly either.
OCP wanted to see if you'd be willing to have a talk with me as part of your evaluation. I noticed that a great deal of care has been put into making sure that your mechanical
That's a graphic bug.
work.
Holy
one aspect
hell.
of your composition that has been severely neglected is
What
your
the
human
fuck?
side, your brain.
I'm hoping that's my graphic cards, because I've tweaked my graphic card. That is a
agree.
graphic
If it was up to
card
me, I'd
tweak
remove it
bug.
altogether. What do you think, Doctor? Would save us a lot of hassle.
I don't mind the hassle. So what do you say, officer? Is that possibly something that could be of interest to you?
I am not sure.
Robo, Reed wants everyone in the briefing room in 5. It's about the new guy.
Excuse me, Dr. Blanche, but I am needed elsewhere.
But we...
I'm hoping that this graphical effects that I can see being recorded is just due to me optimizing my graphics card.
Can't say we didn't try.
I'm also hoping all this
Everyone get back
flickering
to
is
whatever
that
the fuck you usually do around here.
the flickering might be due to me optimizing my graphics card, be less power hungry. But I did run my graphic card in the default settings and had all the same kind of visual graphical bugs. So, but here you get more like an open thing, right? You have a main quest thing that you can go to, but you're gonna get some minor little
Man, I tell you, it was crazy in that TV station.
extra objectives that you can like do. Here is your first one that you're gonna get.
Could you please help me out here?
What seems to be the problem, officer?
Reed is in the briefing room, and I have my hands full. There are so many complaints filing in that I can't keep up. It's getting crazy in here. Could you open up another line and help me?
I am here to serve the public trust.
Take the spot on the podium. You're a lifesaver, Robo.
This line is open. Please form an orderly queue.
Officer, I have a problem. My neighbors are hostile toward me. I think it's because they're jealous of my new dog. Why would they get so worked up every time I take him for a walk?
What is his name?
He has a beautiful red coat, so I call him Fire. He likes to hide, so sometimes I have to yell, "Fire! Fire!" to find him. Anyway, can you do something about my neighbors?
Your behavior disrupts public order. I must issue a ticket.
That's fine. I don't mind paying the price for having the cutest dog in all of Detroit.
Next, please.
I got something for you, officer. I know where you can find a wanted criminal. That poster over there says there's a reward for that information, and I want it.
I want details.
Are you blind? I'm the guy from that poster, so here I am. Now, give me the money.
I will have to detain you.
Fine, but I still get the reward, right?
What the hell?
No.
You cops don't appreciate honesty.
Take him away. Next, please.
Officer, I would like to report my son missing.
How old is he?
He's 24, but he's never been gone for so long without letting me know.
How long has it been?
Just over 2 days now.
We do not consider an adult missing within 72 hours.
please, I'm begging you. Something's not right. You really need to find him.
What is his name and address?
George Elkins, 7706 Orchard Avenue.
Let me check.
I'm guessing this is gonna like some kind of like meter between doing the right thing or like doing more of an ethical thing or something. Dun dun dun.
Thanks for the help, Murphy.
So, my objective reported to the shooting range. Trying to look at the map. Can't do that for some reason. There we go. So my main objective is on that one. It is a little bit interesting to see like how to get to that objective, right? It's doesn't really showcase in a good way that that the objective is on like a different floor. There is also different objectives that you can do if you walk. I believe it is a different objective if you go. Did find a different objective previously. Not sure where I found it. Lots of weird popping and graphical effects here. Whoa. I'm hoping again it might be my tweet graphics card so you don't have it, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to find another objective here, optional objective. Can't seem to find it right now though. Pretty certain it was in... Maybe it was this way. Yeah, it was this way.
I just can't do it. There is no way. I can deal with blood, guts, but puke is a no-go for me. I'll be a sport and move. You got your special gloves.
Alright, you can quick skip those.
Just take him downstairs. I owe you one, Murphy. Oh no, the smell is following you. I'm gonna be sick.
I don't remember getting on a roller coaster.
That's our main objective.
Look who's back home. Just toss him in one of the empty cells.
Finally home.
Sleep tight.
Murphy, I heard
It's a long demo. I think that's interesting. So we got a bit of a shooting here going on here.
50 points is what OCP calls a passing grade. Shouldn't be a problem to you. That's 50. Unless you want to try to break the record.
Missed. No!
Good job.
Ah, that sucked ass. I could have done better. Oh well.
See you in the briefing room.
I could have done better there. So yeah, I think this is objectives. There we go. Go to the briefing room. Again, it doesn't really in the best way showcase that the objectives are upstairs or downstairs here.
So, what's on today's agenda?
The agenda is that you sit
And now we might get stutters because I haven't played past this point.
The media's named the new guy in town showed up in the city. The word on the street is that he wants to
He
spend
looks
a lot of money
super
in
stiff
Detroit,
and weird
and that has
animation
made
here.
every gang in the city start advertising their services. We need to find him before
This
things
is a
get
bit
out of
better.
control.
Where do we look?
Our best bet is to see if he made contact with the torch heads. Robo, I want you to start by checking the arcade downtown. It's become a high activity area for punks.
Understood.
Everyone else, keep your eyes open. Any questions?
Any word on Briggs?
What happened to Briggs?
He's been missing since yesterday.
And the guy to the right, like
Officer
his
Briggs
position.
remains missing. That's over
Ooh.
24 hours since he's been in contact with anyone here.
Are the two cases connected?
No reason to assume so. But if anyone finds Briggs' informant, we might learn something new. All right, now get out there.
You go ahead, partner. I need to write this report, and there's something else I need to do first.
Leave the precinct. So I'm guessing we're going to go down to the garage. Yeah.
Cruiser's ready for you, Robo. Go get him.
See how this is gonna play out, because again, I haven't played past this point, so we might get some crazy stuttering here. If you haven't seen the movie, you might not get a reference in this scene. Yeah, here we have Stutter Hell. Just getting loading and the compilation going. Ooh. Holy shit. Right. Fantasy.
It'd be easier to burn it all to the ground. Believe me, just...
Ooh, it stutters is terrible. Oh, wow. I'm just waiting for the performance to maybe stabilize and maybe do a bit of a compilation of stutters here. So, ask about Scott's whereabouts. 70, 34 meters. Primary objectives. Right. Secondary objectives. No secondary at this point in time, alright. So straight ahead and to the right. So far it seems fine. With how the openness of this game like are now.
Please keep the noise down. You're scaring off my customers.
Can't hear you. Music's too loud.
Alright, and here you can do like optional things. Yeah.
Are those two men bothering you?
First, they harass my customers. Then they threaten to burn down my shop. You need to do something about it, officer.
What do you want, cop? Can't we have a little bit of fun? We did nothing wrong.
The music is too loud. My sound sensor measures 126 decibels. You are damaging your ears as we speak.
Oh, man. Don't talk to me like that. I don't understand numbers.
Your volume
Alright, I wonder how the choices is gonna like... definitely wonder how that's gonna be, you know, affecting the game in itself. So far, it's even the openness here seems pretty fine. Raining, the effect here looked weird. And there is lots of stuttering going on. A weird look to it here. It's supposed to be a rainy or what, but it's like some shimmering stuff going on here. I don't know. Oh god. Utter hell.
Hey, Robo, can you help me out here?
Be a man, Pig. Why make such a big deal?
How can I assist you, officer?
I'm trying to catch this one shifty dealer. This guy steals nuke from other pushers to sell it at half price. This dopehead buys from him but won't tell me his whereabouts.
I don't know any dealer.
You were carrying for 3 different pushers, so you either like to walk for miles to buy nuke, or you appreciate a discount.
Don't take it out on me, because the guy broke your nose?
As you can see, he doesn't want to cooperate.
Do not worry. According to my directives, there are several ways to convince him to cooperate.
I ain't gonna let it reprogram my brain. We can talk, but don't let it drill into my head, okay? The guy's name's Maurice, but I don't know where to find him. I always arrange a place over a payphone. I'll give you the number.
Let's hope it works. The dealer knows where the others hide their stash. We could collect nuke from the whole neighborhood if we get to him.
I will take care of it.
But you need to find a payphone first. Try near the supermarket. I think at least one of them hasn't been smashed by vandals yet.
Right. So you have your primary, then you have your secondary there. Let me try now if turning this to epic will be catastrophe. And not really. But also not a really big, huge difference in quality. Maybe... it's not really doing any difference whatsoever. 89.92. View distance doesn't seem to be any real difference. Nope. Right. Oh, it's so much stutters here. Holy hell. They really need to fix that.
Nice shiny armor, officer. Wanna be my knight?
This is the main objectives. I like this. It's a bit of open, but it's not too crazy. Can I track my... No, I can't track it. I have a mini... A mini map would be nice. But yeah, it's a lot of stuttering, but I don't need to have the MSI afterburner. It's still running. Always done.
And she takes off her top and says,
Hey, this is a private conversation, Pig.
Could be a phone boot, right? Yeah, they really should fix the... Looks so weird. Like it's raining on this area. shimmering, but not on this area. I don't know.
What?
Is this Maurice?
Listen, man, I'm really swamped with the laundry right now, so make it quick.
So you would not want to earn some money, would you?
I don't! I mean, I do. I do want to earn money. But wait. Your voice. You sound like...
A future happy customer.
Fucking RoboCop!
Yeah.
You want to bust me? Why don't you do a better job of finding guys who vandalize phone booths? I'm losing customers because they can't find working payphone in this goddamn... What the fuck is it this time?
Anybody home? Don't hide, Maurice. It's just a friendly visit. You like to do laundry? You should try working at the laundromat instead of violating the basic rules.
RoboCop, you have to help me! The back of the red building by the supermarket. Apartment 6. There's some guys here. I think they mean business. Hurry!
He's on the phone.
So, you know, when it's not stuttering, it is really nice and everything, but yeah, it's unfortunate that there seems to be a lot of shader stuttering when new stuff loads in and out here. Okay, so we can enter here. Yeah, it's a little bit of open, but so far it's fine. It seems really interesting. Apartment 6.
I hear footsteps. If someone starts shooting again, make sure the kids hide under the bed.
It's you know, it's open, but it's still linear. But you can see that by all of this kind of blocking off. This being open, he is probably already dead, right? Maurice laundry schedule, alright. Yeah, you know, this openness, I think, like a little bit of open, but still a lot of like linear stuff and not too crazy stuff. Yeah, could be really interesting. Oh, you can do this. Like, I'm really surprised that I'm enjoying this gameplay this much.
Listen, guys, touch your stuff again! I swear!
That's not why we're here.
So what do you want? The money? I have your money.
You only have half.
I'm gonna try to see. Shouldn't be any problem with the textures, but maybe it was some streaming in there.
That's the problem. You're selling our product at half price. That makes my customers complain about my prices.
It ain't nice, Maurice.
Maybe you think that building a customer base by selling your product under its manufacturing costs is a good idea.
Under what?
But it's not. Such practices are spoiling the market.
It's been proven time and time again that such action leads to a reduction of future demand, yours included. Antitrust laws are there for a reason.
Shit, Maurice! All we want to say is that you violate the basic rules of the market with your predatory pricing. We can't just go along with that.
It's unfair and unethical.
Not to mention illegal.
Dun dun dun.
You are under arrest. Come quietly, or this may be the last
Gonna
economic
be a
discussion you
shootout.
will ever have.
Get him!
Yep. That looked not good.
Oh, shit, man. Why did you do that? What am I gonna sell now?
There are serious charges against you, Maurice. However, you can hope for a reduced sentence if you reveal where these 3 dealers keep their drugs.
Or I can jump into that pile of garbage below. A few bruises is better than jail.
Do you know what the likelihood is of surviving that?
I know the hood better than you do, cop. So try some different talk, or I'll jump.
Even if you escape Soot is out to get you, you will be safer in prison.
I missed our meeting. I was busy, but he doesn't get that. Doing laundry is important to me. It relaxes me.
If you cooperate, you can get a job.
That streaming texture in the background.
You mean I eat and live for free? And I do what I like to do anyway? I feel like I won the lottery, man! I'll tell you where these jerks kept the stuff, but I have to have our deal in writing.
Right. Should we just try one of the... It would be fun if you could mark manually something. Let's just end this. Let's try with like one more main objectives, right?
At least it ain't raining.
Stuttering, stuttering.
Give me back my money, you piece of shit!
Don't you cops ever get bored with harassing successful entrepreneurs?
Hey! This shit is rigged!
That's a serious accusation, kiddo. Someone might think I would allow such illegal activity in my high-class business, which I do not. I get lost.
You work for Soot. Tell me where to find him.
You cops are giving me a stomach ulcer. Stop asking me about guys I don't know.
Withholding information can lead to bigger trouble than a stomach ulcer.
Look, I'm a busy man, so I'm going back to my office now. Why don't you join me there, and we'll talk. Oh, on second thought, you can't do that, 'cause you don't have a warrant, do ya?
What a douchebag.
back with a warrant, cop.
Have you witnessed the owner participating in any criminal activity?
Are you kidding me? Half the things I've seen around here would be enough to put him behind bars for a decade.
Let us hear your statement.
No way, dude. He might be a douchebag, but if you lock him up, this place will get closed down, and where am I supposed to play hooky then?
Looks like someone should give you a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. I know you. You don't hurt kids.
Alright, so this is the part where I'm not, might not be the most interested in. It still seems more fun than I would have expected. Even this part here, right? It is quite like very dumbed down, so it's not huge problem or anything. You? Nope. All right. Do 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 do.
I didn't know you had such amazing colors. And there's not one, but two of you? From now...
Your body readings suggest substance misuse.
Oh man, a real like TJ Laser? You are so incredibly shiny. I'm definitely getting more of this stuff.
Who sold you drugs?
I really shouldn't say, but you are my TV heroes. All right. All of the arcade staff will sell to you, as long as you got cash.
This voice acting sounds really off. This sounds like a woman.
You could help me sneak into the basement to keep a huge stash of goodies.
And the model does not click together with the voice here. It feels really bad.
Way to go, TJ!
Really bad. What the fuck?
Is that the ocean?
Right, yeah. So far, it is basic. And that's good for me, because that might be that I could tolerate doing this when it's not too crazy open, because the action is the fun part.
Open the door. I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere. You'd have to break down this hardened door if you want to get in.
Uh-huh.
That will not be a problem.
It's RoboCop!
Surrender your weapons.
No chance! Light him up!
Right, and some HP on normal difficulty here. Ooh, bit of stuttering there, unfortunate. Yeah, this part I really enjoyed, just the pure fighting. If they can fix that it doesn't start the shady compilation problem here, like the first time new stuff happens that it stutters, that it needs to be really just fluid. But this should give me, you know, more XP stuff, so... Do. Reach.
Open the door, or you will regret it.
Can't a guy just sell drugs to kids without you harassing him every 5 minutes? Who am I hurting, huh? They all want it.
Where do I find soot?
Well, if that's the case, shut it, bozo! Unless you want to end up in the ghost house like that cop's informant! And don't you dare open that door, I'll shoot you!
Have it your way.
What happens to the field of view? It feels weird now. I don't know. Weird. Like it's super zoomed in, the FOV here. Holy hell. Engineer level 6. Or on to the streets. So can you 140? What? 3? Can I? Oh, okay. Yes, I had 3 points I could use. But I could not get past this to this point. I cannot get... Oh, wait a minute, I can. Right, interesting. And you can then do... Cool. Yeah, combat and everything feels fine. I don't know why it's so zoomed in right now. This FOV feels nauseating. Is maxed out. It feels like it's on the lowest possible. Just gonna see if we can return to the streets, and then I feel done with the let's try. If the FOV fixes itself or something like that. Okay.
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently, his niece's car has been stolen. Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list. You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record, it's a blue SUX 6000, registered to Melissa Kuzak.
Right, so you cannot save or anything. I'm guessing this is a checkpoint, so we're gonna stop here. It's a long demo, man. You get a lot of stuff for the demo. So the bad thing is definitely the stuttering, right? Like the first time you enter areas, it will stutter. The second time, it's fine. If you could get rid of this, seems like it is shader compilation. Get rid of that. That's like the biggest problem of this demo. The second one that I feel is just there's some weird graphical stuff here and there, flicker and shimmering, and I'm hoping it is my optimized GPU, but I did run it my GPUs like normal, like no tweaking or anything, but it still had it. So if it is my GPU, then hopefully it's fine. If it's not, they need to like the weird shimmering and stuff like that, tweak that up. And if possible, I would really like them to like address animations, or especially the voice. It seems unsynced to the animations, and the animations, I don't think they are good. They feel very stiff and clunky. But other than that, you know, music, audio seems pretty fine. Some of the guns, maybe the main gun is fun, but maybe some of the others could have some tweaking. But the main character's voice acting is really nice and stuff like that. Performance would, like, it looks nice graphically, but doesn't look like it should be this demanding. Like I'm barely sometimes hitting 60 frames per second, and in 1440p with DLSS quality and high settings. Seems a little bit like, yeah, too demanding, right? Me, the graphic style. Would it be interesting if that's something optimization, or if it is using Unreal Engine 5, and if it like the ray tracing that are just very demanding. Could be. HDR would be real nice to have for this game. Pretty much every game, but especially here, I think it would work really nice. Frame generation, if I had, would probably be really nice for me to get smoother animation here. Input latency is fine at 60 frames for the shooting, because I think that's the greatest part here, right? The cheesiness, the story and the objectives and the lines works with the RoboCop movie style. And the action feels actually pretty solid. Even if you're slow and clunky movement, it fits nice because the shooting is precise. You still have very good like accuracy and shooting fun stuff, and the enemies are you know, they are fitted to this kind of combat. So yeah, I really love the combat in this one. And some people might not like that the open world stuff isn't open enough. For me, that isn't really digging that. That makes it more accessible, the game. When it is more, a little bit of open with side quests, but it still is very linear, and that fits me. And I hope it will be, you know, action focused going forward, because this surprised me. Mostly, you know, once the starter is gone and once I can ignore like the animation, just the gameplay and the story sheets and stuff like that, I enjoyed it really much, more than I expected for sure. I recommend you try this demo, but be aware of some serious stutterings that are gonna happen. And the developers have said that they are looking into this, you know, performance. But how can this not be noticed before you release a demo? The demo is going to be the first impression. The first impressions that no matter how good a computer you have, you will get stutters. And it's just like such a bad starting to it, right? Because if they get stuttering down and if they can sync something with the animation and voice acting, like 80% to 90% of the first impression would go up so much, like skyrocket. And most of the voice are fine, but I really enjoy the kind of main character's voice. It might be the original one. I don't remember if it was stated that. It's a really great voice acting there, and I think like the second, I don't know what you call it, the female main actor here also was pretty good. I don't know if that's any original or not, but the other NPCs, they are a little bit up and down, but they are mostly alright. Could be fun to see how your options will change, like story or progression stuff. But yeah, definitely a game to keep looking out for. It's supposed to be released, I believe, the 2nd of November, so it's a little bit scary with of this kind of thing. It's probably not going to be polished animations and stuff like that. Maybe they can add in a, like, okay, we're gonna add the shaders to be pre-compiled, right? Before you start the game, you get like a bar and pre-compile. Maybe that's what they can do. I would actually really like if you can turn off depth of field. I'm gonna actually research if I can do that, have this installed, and maybe play a little bit more of this demo myself. But this is a long chunk of a demo, really crazy good. The demo is big, it's 50 gigabyte in size, so be aware of that. Recommend you installing this on an SSD or NVMe, because, you know, just to minimize the stuttering as much as possible. But you will probably you will get stuttering, and you will have to, unless you have a very powerful computer, maybe aim for 60 frames, 1440p or 1080p with some upscaling added. You have a computer around my specs. If you are on the higher range, maybe you can aim for either 120 frames in like 1440p or 60 frames, something like that, with 4K optimized settings. But graphically it looks fine, but it seems too demanding. And thanks for watching this one, and maybe you will be such, you know, like positively gameplay wise, you know, surprised by it if you try it yourself. Because the movement, if you look at it, it feels like, what is this clunky stuff? But it feels fun shooting. Again, comparing to, unfortunately, Phantom Fury, where the shooting was, you know, not fun. And in that game, it broke down the entire game. In this game, it's like it really enhances because it's so good. So yeah, you can like, leave a comment, follow the channel, check back to the channel, try this yourself, you know. And if nothing else, just have a great day till next time. And for now, goodbye.